Welcome back to another video of FlareFX, where we make trading simple. Last week we broke down GBP USD, went into profits. It didn't hit take profit though, but partials were taken and people did eat. So make sure to watch the last video. And if you're new here, subscribe. And then if you are interested in more breakdowns, please comment down below what the type of pair you'd want me to break down, or something that you're confused, because you are my community, and if once you post stuff, I understand what you guys want. Road to 100 subscribers. Thank you for coming back again. So let's just get into it. So in today's video, I'll be breaking down EURUSD. It's looking very nice as the week is coming to a close as well. The year is coming to an end, and we're approaching Q4, so it's the best time to trade these currencies. I got a suggestion to analyze Nasdaq and gold. So if you guys do want that, please get this video to maybe 15 likes, 20 likes, so I can see that okay, people do want more different types of currencies, because I'm a currency specialist. So to trade other things, most definitely I can. I just want to make sure that this is the type of content you want. So please give me feedback. But let's just get into it. So obviously this is on the daily time frame. This is EURUSD. We obviously start off on the higher time frame to kind of mark out the highs and the lows to see where we're going and how we're going to get there, right? So eventually what I can see is that automatically we'll come to current price market structure, this and this, that, right? So this pair is looking kind of like GU. I mean, they move in correlation. So yeah, so we have a low that we're currently in, just like the last time. We would say there was some purge of liquidity over here based on how it closed. So maybe, but I think bullish movement is most definitely something that we can see. Obviously, as we heard on the lower time frame, we will understand what the market is trying to do and how we can capitalize, right? So we'll mark out mapper structure. Price came down over here, created this low, came here, mitigated that over. So there's probably an order block over here. Would classify this as a BOS, but obviously the initial BS happened over here. We could label that out. My bad. The label of BOS has been made over here. BOS, clean cut finish. Then we come over here. We classify this as a change of character over here. The change of character came back in over here, broke this low over here. So this is a very good spot. This is for higher time frame marking, so we understand that price could come to this point eventually. As the price moves forward, there's a base of a purge of liquidity over here, and this is only on the daily time frame, right? So we understand that if maybe price wants to move a bit lower, it could come and mitigate these points, but obviously as we go on the lower time frame, we'll understand. Let's tap into the 4-hour time frame. So same situation when we do get on the 4-hour time frame. We kind of mark out the highs and the lows to kind of understand where we are. And then the nice thing about EURUSD and the way it moves, right? It's so nice because it usually corrects the same way. Let me just show you. This is a correction as much as it is. It corrects before it goes down, right? Here's another situation. It corrects before it goes down. You see what I mean? Even here, clean cut finish, it corrects before it goes down. Or maybe that's just how the market structure has been moving. But there's liquidity, it builds up, then it purges it. Liquidity, it builds up, then it purges, right? So right now, as we can clearly see, we're currently over here. Would mark this out as a low over 2, and then we could even move these things. This is just for an example purposes. So this is the nice thing about this pair, it moves the same. And I think once you trade one currency, as time goes on, you realize how much it moves in like it repeats itself many times. You get what I mean? So we'll classify this as a BOS, this is a BOS2. There you go. And then right now, there's no necessarily any BOS for now because there's wicks. You know what I mean? There's a lot of wicks happening here. To classify it as a BOS would be kind of unfair. So I just want to see a bit of price action going a bit low to classify it as a BOS, right? But for now, with the way it's moving, I'm anticipating that it could correct the same way just to dump again, right? But obviously correct to what? If you can see over here, it came over to this order block, clean cut finish, mitigated, fell all the way down, right? So now we're probably anticipating that price will come over here. The initial, what is this? We could call it a change of character happen over here. This is an internal change of character on the lower time frames. We could go into the lower time frames. And the main reason, before I even go on the lower time frames, because I had a lot of people asking me, what is the difference between internal structure and then like overall structure, like the BOSs, and why do I put internal? So anything that happens, right? Let's say I mark out these points. Here's a point, here's a point. Anything that happens between these 2 points is internal structure, right? It doesn't mean that it's not as big as it is. It's just that you must understand that you're dealing with the highs and the lows have already been marked out, and those are the points that we are targeting. But whatever happens between these two points are its internal structure. So from here to here, that's internal structure. This is on the 4-hour time frame. Anything below the 4-hour time frame is like internal structure to me. You get what I mean? So yes, so we can go over to the 1 hour time frame. So for me, the internal change of character happened over here, right? We could market this out over here, right? And then the nice thing about this thing, you can already see that there was some sort of purge of liquidity that happened over here. We can mark it out like this. That's a purge of liquidity. Price came over to this point. There was a purge of liquidity as well over here on the order block that it came to mitigate. So they already, as you can see, like trading is really simple if you just understand the way price moves. And the only way you can get that is only through trading specific instruments alone. Like if you're a USD ZAR trader, trade that. If you are a freaking indice trader, trade that only. You get what I mean? So yes. So now we've come to this point, right? The interesting points, I'll remove this because we understand it's a low, right? So now, obviously, with the price moving like this, you understand that it's kind of in a choppy way, but as much as it is, you can still mark out the what do you call it? The structure with the different types of strategies I've traded, right? So this is Falcon, right? As much as it is, you can mark it out like this, you can mark it out like that, right? So this is called an expanding channel. So when price does this, it automatically assumes that price is just squeezing or expanding, and it could move either way, right? But with us understanding the market structure, right, we could probably mark this out as a BUS because it looks a little bit cleaner. Yes, I did say on the high time frame, but just for reference, just for people to understand, right now we're probably looking for selling opportunities, right? So now you as a person must ask yourself, okay, cool, since we understand how we can get our selling opportunities, where can we execute? This is where now we come to the Fibonacci. We place it over here all the way to the high. Already we understand that these are those we're gonna come take. Why? There's even what do you call this, liquidity resting over here, right? There's liquidity resting here over 2. Let me mark it out like this. There's liquidity resting here over 2, right? So as you can clearly see, once we mark out this point over here, it automatically also marks out the breakup block. For people who know ICT, I'm not an ICT fan, but I do use a lot of these concepts in my trading too, right? I would probably highlight this whole breakup block that happened over here, and then as much as it is, then you watch how price moves as much as it, and if you move this thing back, it is on a very strong resistance too. You get what I mean? Prices came over here, played around, it caused the POS, and has forming a correction, right? And another thing that's very, very, very nice about this, let me move this one over here because it mitigated, just to clean things up so you can understand. We could put it over here, and let me go on the lower time frame to see if there's any order block. Okay, there's an order block over here, so we'll probably do it like this, right? We could probably mark out the whole order block for sure, or we could leave it the way it was because it's basically marking out this what do we call this, support as a resistance structure, so we can come back into this demand zone or supply zone to further sell down, right? But the main interesting thing that I can see here, right, is the way price has already came over here. That's 1 2, that's 1 2, right? So we're anticipating at that touch over here and at that touch over there, right? So what I can see for the future, or for the opening week of EURUSD, we can expect price to maybe come over here and mitigate this point. Over here probably there is an order block. Why? Because there is a purge of liquidity over here. So you could buy into this order block over here and sell all the way down, right? So maybe let's go to the 5-minute time frame for those scalpers, the people who are interested in maybe buying this pair. So we could probably mark out this order block over here, clean cut finish, or the supply zone more than anything else. Demand. Okay, yeah, clean cut finish. You could probably execute based on that alone, right? Or you could use the Falcon as much as it is. This is why we use different strategies, because as much as it is with different market conditions, there's different ways you're supposed to execute, right? Like let's say maybe you were to go outside and then it's raining. You're not gonna wear shorts because you understand the conditions of how outside is. If it's very cold, you wear a jersey. If it's very hot, you'd wear very warm stuff. You get what I mean? Like, I'm trying to make you understand that that's the same way with trading. Some strategies work in rainy conditions, some strategies work in sunny conditions. You know what I mean? So in trading terms, of some strategies work very well in trending conditions, some strategies work in consolidating conditions. You get what I mean? So what I'm anticipating for the week ahead for EURUSD is some sort of decline over here, right? We get an entry over here, wait for maybe a confirmational entry, then we execute based on this order block, right? Price comes in over here. we buy over here, and then we take it all the way to the top to mitigate this order block over here. It's the one that caused the break of structure. There is a purge of liquidity over here. There is a purge of liquidity over there too. So it is a very, very, very good zone, and it is in the middle of these 2 points, right? So price comes over to this point, it mitigates this order block, and then we could be selling all the way down here. And then the take profits, as much as it is, here they are. Take profit 1 would be definitely over here. The nice thing about the thingy, and then take profit 2 would be definitely over here. It doesn't want to mark out over here, right? So we move this and that, and then yeah. So take profit 1 would be there. Pay for top approve will be there. So we would come over here, put the star limit over there, put the thing like this, and then we'd probably get mitigated over there. Take profit 1 will be here. Obviously there's liquidity resting here, so I think this one would be the safest option. For 1:6, if you are taking a final challenge, you could probably get maybe 6% past the challenge, as much as it is. And talking about the final challenges situation, right? As the time goes on, as the year goes on, I want to do a docu series of funded accounts. So I'd buy a 5,000k account and then just like grow with you guys past phase 1, past phase 2. So if you do want that, just make sure you comment funded account. There's spam, so you can trade with me. Maybe when I buy my account, you buy your account too, and then afterwards I just do a thing. Let me know too if you want a Telegram group too, where we would take the same trades just to pass the funded account too. So just let me know, guys. Let me know. I'm working with you guys, so just make sure that the feedback is there, so I understand if you guys are interested. So obviously there might be a fee, or not might, there will be a fee, but we will communicate that as time goes on. But for now, yes, this is what I'm seeing for EURUSD. We put it clean card finish over here. We'll probably, with the way things are looking, would probably use the yang box over here and then execute based on the 50% of this order block. You get what I mean? So our entry could probably be here if you want to be more conservative, but I'm pretty cool with a stop loss of 15 pips. 15 pips is relatively okay for me. So for people who really want those sniper entries, that 50% zone is something definitely you could be looking into mitigating, as much as it is. But so let's start over from the back. We always do this in this channel, from the 15-minute time frame back to the 4-hour time frame, right? So what we did classify is that there was a mitigation of an order block over here, right? And what did I explain? That price does move in correction, it dumps. There's a correction, it dumps, right? So over here we're anticipating the same thing, right? Corrections might not always look so pretty like this, but we understand that price can just play around this point just to go a bit high and high, so it can mitigate this position, right? Hence we got this entry. So let's go to the 1-hour time frame just for more a beautiful scenery, right? So cool. So as I'm explaining, there was a BOS, so we are in a downtrend. BOS, right? This BOS, I didn't necessarily classify it as a BOS, but for just reference sake, we understand that price is trying to go a bit lower than it usually is. So we can understand that we're probably looking for more selling opportunities. You get what I mean? So understanding that and then moving forward with that narrative will make you a very good trader, right? So we were anticipating that we are waiting for a third touch over here. And this third touch is going to mitigate what? The order block. Number 2, there's liquidity resting over here, waiting, so enticing price to come over here. This is a fair value gap too. The price has moved down very, very impulsively. So we know that there's some unliquidated money. There's some open position that banks are wanting to close, right? And the zone again, it's at a very good zone where price has been bouncing in and out of, right? So it's a pretty good entry zone. And plus, as much as it is, it's on the 50% of the Fibonacci. And 2, there was a purge of liquidity, and we're also highlighting the breakup block that it failed to respect, right? So these are very, very, very good very good confluences to look at this trade. In terms of correlation, GU is probably moving the same. If EURUSD does this, GU or usually does this. But from my back testing, I realized that in terms of GU and EURUSD, GU respects setups really quickly. Like it's a pair that really understands the way it moves. If you understand the way it moves, I can see that EURUSD moves a bit slower compared to GU. Understandable, because it's the British pound against the dollar, so it is a bit more volatile. But once GU respects the setup, you can expect that EURUSD can also respect the setup, but at a very much slower pace. You get what I mean? So this week it's EURUSD. Just make sure that you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. If you want more pairs, guys, because a lot of people have been complaining that my videos are too long. You get what I mean? So I'm trying to break down one pair at a time. And if you guys want different pairs like gold, Nasdaq, crypto, because I do create crypto as well. So yes, just make sure you guys comment. Comment for funded accounts if you are interested in learning how to scale your accounts as well, just like me. Number 2, also comment down below if you want different pairs, different currencies, different crypto, and I don't mind to break it down with you guys. So it's Mr. Flair coming back here another week again. Thank you guys so much. Let's get to 100 subscribers, and like, comment, share, subscribe.